We are in our next episode of the Union campaign, Grand Tactician, the Civil War. We're going to see the first major engagement of the war against the Union versus the Confederates at the Harper's Ferry Bridge. General James Shields' Army of the Shenandoah, about 8,000 strong, runs up against the Confederate forces of about 6,000 men. You'll see that here in this next episode of the Union campaign, Grand Tactician, the Civil War. Here we have the Battle of Harper's Ferry Bridge using the Sharpsburg map. Army of the Shenandoah under James Shields enters from the southwest. 8,000 men. Confederacy Army of the Potomac, strength about 6,100 men. We are on the attack. It looks like there is a neutral victory objective around the Dunker Church. Confederates hold Prize Mill. Shields' army does not have any cavalry yet. I emphasize yet. I will line up on the road, the Shepherdstown Pike, with Keam's division in the van with about 4,000 men closely. Mansfield is in reserve with about 4,300 men. Let's see if we can't rush to get the Dunker Church, or at least secure around Sharpsburg itself. So we've issued marching orders down the Shepherdstown Pike. So the lead brigades have entered outside of Sharpsburg. Let's order Bernard's small Maryland State Militia into Sharpsburg itself. Winecoop will follow. Negley behind. Negley might take the lead as the jockey position there. All right, Winecoop. We're going to order in line formation and actually throw out some skirmishers. Let's send those skirmishers out towards the Dunker Church and start probing that area. Same with Negley. Bernard is also ordered in that direction. Casey has ordered his battery towards the high grounds around or outside north of Sharpsburg. We'll keep ordering Mansfield forward too. So it looks like we should be able to grab that objective if we hurry. Why don't we order Bernard to rush that position? Negley will come in behind to support. Same with Winecoop. All right, Bernard about to get to the Dunker Church. Still no sign of Confederates, although they might be entrenched along the upper bridge at Prize Mill waiting for us. But why don't we secure the objective first? We've ordered Mansfield through Sharpsburg down the Boonesboro Road, and if we detect or if we find the Confederates still behind Antietam Creek here, we will try to get across Middlebridge, as I don't think they have enough troops to hold all the bridges. And we've taken the Dunker Church. So now we can just defend our position because we have the stronger amount of objectives. We're ordering the skirmishers from Keam's division along the perimeter around the Sunken Road outside of the Dunker Church. Bring up Casey's guns as well. Mansfield is almost to their destination. We'll have to call Shields up to get into command range. Negley and Winecoop called forward. And then maybe I'm going to send the skirmishers from Negley. See if we can't get a visual on the upper bridge. So Negley skirmishers still can't get a good visual or haven't come into contact. Let's see if we can't see the dust clouds. Although if they're not marching, we won't see any. So my guess is that they are just holding on to the upper bridge objective at Prize Mill. So we may have to try to if we want to try to score a major here, try to hit their flank using maybe Mansfield's division. Let's send Negley a little bit further. So we have visual contact of the enemy position. They are still in a defensive mode. We're going to order Keem's division to form up on this ridge, while we're going to order Mansfield to cross the middle bridge and get across the creek. So our movements have enticed the Confederate commander to start moving out. It looks like they're getting ready to cross the upper bridge. So we're going to have to halt Mansfield and then let Keem get into position. Maybe Negley's detachment can hold this ridge. Would be a good spot to defend right here. Ordered Wynkoop to take that ridge. You can see 3, 4, 5, 6 brigades now under the Confederate command. So we're going to split Mansfield command. We're going to send Williams and Grant across the middle bridge still. Morrell and Franklin will stay on the western bank of Antietam. Let's order Doubleday to get in supporting range. Now Keem's division might be a little bit outnumbered for a little bit before Mansfield can come reinforce. Wynkoop was acting a little strange there. I thought he might have had a feuding mechanic trigger. Right, Negley's detachment's going to have to try to hold the Confederates at bay for a little bit. Here's Wynkoop's brigade, and his skirmishers have joined. Bernard and Negley are also ordered to move forward, and Confederate skirmishers have engaged Negley's detachment. Let's try to rush Williams and Grant down the road behind the Confederate position across Upper Bridge now. We've got to get Morrell and Franklin to reinforce. We also need to get Doubleday and his guns in position. Bernard will be there soon as well. We got Wynkoop along the ridge already. I think we're going to keep him there. Maybe we'll have the skirmishers fall back a little bit. See the Confederate trying to advance. Now it looks like they're might be able to flank us on our left, and Bernard's brigade is not very large. We really need to get some artillery in position. We can get Casey right over here with Doubleday. We can hit their entire line from this position. We have inflicted 100 enemy casualties to our 26, although our skirmisher detachments are falling back and broken, but our foreign battalion should be in position now. Now the Confederates do have a battery right here that can hurt us before we can get our own batteries in position. We might be able to get this Confederate brigade from two sides, but now he's got some support, so that'll be a little bit more challenging. We should probably support Bernard since he's got the smaller brigade and is actually suffering quite a bit of casualties. Let's have him fall back. Negley, let's try to straighten out that line, Negley. My Doubleday is almost in position. Same with Casey. So Negley might be flanked now. Let's have him fall back. We should get the flank of this Confederate brigade from Wynkoop's men as Negley tries to fall back. Bernard already taken on 88 casualties from his 500-man brigade, so his loss tolerance very low. We've ordered Grant to go wheel all the way around to try to get the upper bridge objective. Williams will try to come down towards the bridge between upper bridge and middle bridge and maybe threaten Ewell's flank and Rosser's guns here. Morrell is able to reinforce, and then we have Franklin too that will order, probably try to relieve Bernard here. Although, again, those are small brigades, too. Hopefully the guns from Doubleday and Casey will start getting into action and help supplement the line here. Let's order Shields and Mansfield into better ranges. Mansfield move forward. That way Williams can get back into command range. Keane trying to keep his men motivated. Bernard trying to keep the Confederate brigade at bay. They're finally broken. Casey's battery trying to unlimber and get into a good firing position. Wynkoop and Negley trying to hold the line. Let's push Morrell forward. And there we go, our first salvo by Casey's guns. See who they're firing on. So right now, casualties about even, about 550 apiece. We've ordered Williams to get a little bit closer so that he can get in command range of Williams. We did detach Grant so that he might be able to move faster, we're hoping. I'm going to try to get Morrell to get in on the flank of Ewell's brigade. Looks like Negley got in the line of sight of Casey. I think he's firing on the... Why don't we try to bombard the Confederate battery? Casualties still staying even. We're going to order Grant to double time it. Same with Williams. They're well rested. Negley's going to fall back some more. Same with Wynkoop. Although it looks like Negley's close to breaking. Jones's brigade pushes forward. Let's move Casey into a position to hit that Confederate brigade at close range. Keem getting very jittery, nervous. He's in stable condition. He's lost 872 of his men. See if we're pushing back the Confederates at all. Franklin has got into position to support. We'll lull there in the firing and back to salvos on each side. Order Casey to fire at will. Alright, Williams is in position. Let's have him cross. Grant will take Prize Mill. Alright, battle in the balance right now. And Negley is finally broken. That really hurts our chances. Let's see if Casey, though, can throw in the canister right at Jones's brigade. Keem demoralized. See if Shields can rally. Williams needs to get across. Still well rested. We're going to order him to directly hit Ewell's brigade from the flank. It looks like Wynkoop is breaking. Grant is idle because he's awaiting orders, order delay. Williams has to get information across the ford. Morrell and Franklin holding off Ewell. It looks like Jones's brigade did break, though, so that's a big victory there for the Union. Casey's going to move his guns on to Ewell's brigade now. Confederates look like they might be wavering and starting to fall back. Move Franklin forward. So Williams across the ford. Grant on the move towards Prize Mill. Ewell, the target of the last Union attack here. Morrell and Franklin's small brigades did a very nice job, though. So we've surpassed the Confederate casualties now. We're looking for that major victory that we might be able to score now. We've got to keep our casualties below 16%, though, so that might be a little bit tricky as we're at 14% casualties right now. But we've got Ewell in a severe crossfire. And the Confederate morale about to break. They might sound the retreat real soon. Enemy is retreating. We are officially at a major victory, but we might want to actually let go of things as we do not want to suffer any more casualties. It looks like we broke Ewell. We won't go in for the melee. We will just try to keep firing on his fleeing troops. So Grant at his objective, but the damage is already done. Right, the Confederates in full retreat now. So we let the clock tick down because we didn't want to lose any more men. 1,800 to our 1,300. We didn't take any of their guns, but it is officially a major federal victory. So our first small battle, a major victory for the Union forces. So aftermath of the Battle of Harper's Ferry Bridge, you can see the Confederate army is in retreat, although they are actually north of the Union force here. We'll see where they slip through. Before I forget, we had asked in the last episode to name Buchanan's division, which we are grooming to be an elite style division, getting the best weapons and so on and so forth. We're going to name Randall Aldell has come out and asked to name this first division of the Army of Mississippi the Big Muddy Division. This will give the division pride, giving the special name. If you've enjoyed this video so far on the Union campaign, please let me know by either hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, or leaving some comments in the comment section. I do greatly appreciate your time in watching the video. One other little thing, keeping with the underlying theme in this Union campaign, where we try to get some viewership participation. Now, we are currently researching regulars. I will leave it up to a vote on which policy we would like to see next. We can do Diplomacy 1 after regulars. We could do Militia Act 3, Agriculture, or Government Funding. I will leave the poll up on the Patreon page. You can find the link to that in the description. You do not need to be a Patreon to participate in that poll. For right now is the best place I can leave the poll. So again, Diplomacy 1, Militia Act 3, Industrialization 2, Breadbasket 1, or Government Funding. I will leave that next policy decision up for a vote, even though Regular Act will be up in 20 days. So hopefully in the next video we'll actually have that research to decide. We could actually include Military 2 in that. So I will put the poll up for a vote on the Patreon page. So take a look at that. Again, I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. I will see you on the next one.